a little bonus video for this week, all right? I know we're all at home. We're doing these workouts on our own without somebody watching us, so I want to make sure we're still working on that form, okay, especially on the basic things, all right? The better we can do those things, it translates into the more advanced things, all right? So some of the top things that I see athletes do or make mistakes on, all right? The first, we're going to talk about the air squat, right? I mean, the most basic squat there is, okay? If you can master this, you can have a better front squat, overhead squat, heavy back squat, you name it, okay? So the setup on this one, okay? A lot of people, their feet are just all over the place. Some people are super wide, some people are super close, okay? A good starter is shoulder width with the toes out just a little bit. We don't want anything too crazy, okay? And we don't want them just straight ahead like this or with our toes turned in. So shoulder width, toes out just a little bit, okay? And that way when we squat, what we can do is we really drive our hips back and push the knees out so it opens up our hips so we can stay upright when we squat instead of getting into this position here. All right, so a couple squats right there for you guys. And then just to show you from the side what it should look like when we go down. Again, we're working on keeping that upper body straight up and down. So we're in this position versus this position here, okay? And a lot of times I'll see people, we'll be doing a workout where we're doing, a ton of air squats and they're trying to go as fast as they can. And all of a sudden I look over and they're doing this, and their head is getting low, so in their mind, they think they're getting low. They have no idea that they're doing it wrong, when in reality, we need this to happen, okay? So those are just a couple things on the squat to think about, all right? So the other exercise I want to talk about is the push-up, right? Foundation for all kinds of pressing movements, your handstand push-ups, your barbell presses, you name it. We got to master this first before we can move on to those, okay? So on these, it's important to be aware of where your body is moving through space. So when we set up, we want to keep everything nice and tight. Stomach and butt tight. That's going to make your body feel lighter, okay? When we go down, just our chest is touching the ground. We don't want to get loose and have everything touch. So just the chest, and then of course we'll come all the way back up, all right? A lot of times in a workout, we're trying to move really fast, which is good, but we got to make sure we're doing it right. So we got to make sure we're aware of everything. We're not laying flat on the ground with our whole body, or when we're coming up, we're not in such a hurry to get down that we only come about part way up, okay? It's all the way up, all right? Again, if you can master the push-up, things like dips, handstand push-ups, presses, jerks, all that gets a lot easier, okay? Another exercise that I want to talk about today is the pull-up, right? We do a lot of these in CrossFit, whether it's a strict pull-up, a kipping, butterfly pull-up, or we do things that involve a pull-up like a muscle-up. All right, so again, the foundation here, the most basic part is just that regular pull-up, specifically the strict pull-up. You don't want to skip over that. You don't want to just go right into kipping pull-ups. If you're strong and you can do strict pull-ups, number one, it means your body's ready to go. You're at less risk for injury. But then also, the stronger you are, the easier it is to do more kipping pull-ups or butterfly pull-ups or muscle-ups, whatever it is, okay? So when we're working on our pull-ups, okay, always make sure that we're starting from that dead hang, right? Totally locked out at the bottom, all right? And then you want to be in that hollow position. So feet should be together, toes pointed down, and our legs slightly in front of us. And that way we're in a nice rigid position. We want to squeeze everything tight and then pull, chin above the bar, back down, okay? We don't want to get into this arching position, doing crazy things with our feet. So it's here, all right, nice hollow position, just like that, all right? So just as it's important on our actual pull-ups on the bar, all right, to maintain that good body position, stay nice and tight, the same thing goes when we're doing ring rows or those inverted rows, okay? Just because it's a scaled movement doesn't mean the mechanics change. They're the same, right? Squeezing everything tight, good full range of motion. So whether it's on the rings or an inverted bar or the pull-up bar, you want to make sure that we're staying tight, staying disciplined, and working hard.